What's going on, guys? So check this out. I told you guys that we would be doing a long-term review on a different type of RV, and it doesn't get much more different than this. This is the Black Series. And when I say Black Series, you may have seen a video I've done on one of these, actually a couple of these in the past. One about 2 years ago, I suppose, at a dealer show, and another one at an RV show. And these things are absolutely crazy cool. I mean, there is so much to like about how they design these, how they're built, what goes into them, some of the features and amenities that are included, as well as the suspension setup. Fully independent suspension, running Cooper Discovery tires. This is very, very cool. There's so much to like about these things. Real rock sliders. The frame on this thing is super beefy. Give you a little sneak peek at the suspension right here. A lot of really cool things going on with this trailer. Okay guys, so living here in South Texas, we have access to one of the most beautiful undeveloped barrier islands in the world. It's called North Padre Island and South Padre Island, or just Padre Island. And you can actually drive your vehicles out on it. So when you go out there, you oftentimes see RVs. You see people with some Class A's, Class B's, Class C's, things like that out there. But they're usually restricted kind of to an area where it's not too rough. This right here is actually designed for folks who might go to Moab or go to some very extreme off-road conditions, and they want probably one of the very few off-road, not just style, but off-road designed RVs you can get in the United States. This specific concept is absolutely not new in countries like Australia, where they've had Black Series as well as other brands for some time, and they use them in some pretty crazy extreme environments. So there's a lot to like about this unit. They have offered to let me use this unit for 3 months, for 90 days, to evaluate it and give you my opinion. Now, we're not going to use this RV the same way we might use our Brookstone, right? Our Brookstone is definitely made more for, you know, your standard highways and roads and that type of condition that you may want to take your family and just, you know, stay at a campground for a long time. This right here is almost purposely built for those folks who want to get out there, off-road, stay on the beach, dry camp. They want to do, you know, maybe some boondocking. They basically want to be in an environment where they might be disconnected for some time, but they want the capability of getting there and getting out in a safe manner, and that's really how this thing's designed. So again, when you look at just the off-road tires, these aren't those strange Westlake off-road inspired tires that you see on a lot of, you know, the RVs that are for sale on dealership lots. These are actually a true off-road all-terrain tires. These aren't the type of tires you would typically see on an RV. The suspension, I mean, they really have thought out and engineered a suspension that's designed for off-road usage. You see the diamond plate that goes all the way around, plus the use of that really cool composite style glass that you see in a lot of European and Australian built RVs. Very, very cool. All their latches, everything's just done differently. Again, this is really designed for that off-road enthusiast, but at the same time, even if you're not an off-road enthusiast and you just want an RV that's built differently, looks differently, and essentially gives you some capabilities that you just can't get in almost all towable products that are available, at least in the United States. See a little plastic wrap coming off of that LED light up there. That's nothing more than just a little protective piece of plastic they put there. Let's talk about some of the other kind of creative things about this. Up front, you'll notice this is a completely different style of hitching system. This is called a polyblock. Now, this is cool, but it's completely different than anything else you've probably seen on a towable RV. And, you know, the folks that towed it here, the actual hotshot crew, I asked them what they thought about this, if this was any more difficult, if it took more time, and they said it didn't. So at the end of this video, you'll actually get to see a little bit of an interview that I did with the hotshot crew that brought this thing down, so you can get an idea of its towability, plus what they think, because they've transported a number of these. Coming around the outside, you got these really cool little latches right here. You have your speakers plus some LED scene lights around the outside. You also have this motion detecting light right here. Nice grab handle. I have the battery turned off right now, but you have these electric steps that come out. I have to open that up. I really don't even know what this is. I haven't had time to really familiarize myself with this unit, and that's what we're going to be doing over the next several months with it. Really cool LED light strip back here in the back. You can see it actually has a backup camera already pre-wired on it. This is awesome. You know, a lot of people say it's only smart to have an RV with twin spare tires. Check it out, twin spare tires. Plus, look how high they put the accessory hitch back here. 2-inch accessory hitch. So if you're going to be mounting things like mountain bikes and stuff like that, they're going to be nice and high. So you don't have to worry about hitting your bikes on objects that you might be going over. Check out the ground clearance. I don't have my tape measure on me at the moment, but that's probably close to 2 feet of ground clearance. Got the Black Series mud flaps, got these little stabilization legs that come down. Super cool. Let's take a look at the numbers on this unit. Okay, so I located the sticker. 10,000 pound GVWR, has twin 4,900 pound axles, 4,940 pound axles, runs 265 75 16s, and maybe I'm just not seeing it. Anyways, yeah, I believe the dry weight's in the 6,500-ish pound range. Very cool though. Check out that galvanized steel front frame. You can see up top here it's got a really cool awning, and it doesn't have the arms coming down off of it. This is a higher end style awning. And this has a single air conditioning unit with 30 amp, plus it has a solar panel on top. We're gonna do another video giving you a full walkthrough of this unit, but for now I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse at it, see what it's about. No slides, has this very cool vent up top, which we'll go over in another video. And then it has the bathroom in the back, and this unit sleeps 3. Yeah, but this thing is super cool. Anyways, I will be right back. I'm gonna flip over to the interview that I did for the Hot Shot crew that actually brought this thing down, so you can see what their experience was towing this from Southern California to South Texas. All right, guys, so I have Jake here. He is with the transport company that delivered this brand new Black Series HQ19 from Southern California all the way down here to burning hot South Texas. So if you can, I believe you've hauled more of these, right? How many of these would you say you've hauled so far since Black Series has been around?
This is my third trailer.
Third trailer. And is this on the larger or smaller side? Because they make about 5 different floor plans.
This is the larger size.
This is the larger size. Yes. And the way you can generally tell is the tandem axles. So this has tandem axles. They have a single axle version, and they have one that's slightly bigger that's also tandem axles. But in your opinion, how do you feel about how they tow? You know, you definitely tow fifth wheels, because I see the fifth wheel hitch back here, and we all know fifth wheels tow the best because you get no sway at all. When you get to conventional style, of course, bumper pull, they tend to tow a little different. How would you say Black Series stacks up against some of the other brands you've towed?
I think they're far exceptional. The independent suspension that they have, and the hitch design, the 360-degree hitch, you don't even know it's behind you.
Well, that's awesome. And this is relatively, well, I was going to say lightweight, but it's actually relatively heavy for its size, right? Typically, you see these really small compact trailers and they're 5,000, 4,000 pounds, but the GVWR on this, I believe, is actually 10,000 pounds, but its dry weight's closer to about 60-something hundred pounds. So considering all of that, you say it tows pretty well?
Oh, it towed fabulous.
And I don't think it's any surprise that typically when you move an RV from the manufacturer to wherever the dealership is you're delivering it to, sometimes trim falls down, sometimes things fall off the walls, you have little issues because who knows what road conditions you could potentially encounter, what obstacles, right? When you get one of these to its final destination, how would you say the overall quality of it is? What condition does it generally arrive in compared to most RVs?
Oh, they arrive in excellent condition. Their construction is far superior.
Yep, they have a lot of really cool perks, and I'm going to go over a lot of them in the video, but they're built like tanks. I mean, they're designed to go off-road, and did you take this thing off-road?
No.
You can be honest with me.
No.
Okay, yeah, I figured. But super cool. That hitch design is absolutely unique, and that's probably the big differentiation right off the bat that you notice with one of these. Do you find that it's a little bit more difficult to line everything up because of how they have this really cool, fully articulating hitch? Does it take a little bit longer than most?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It takes about the same amount of time.
So once you have the adapter on the end of your receiver, your hitch right there, the whole process is just kind of lining it up and sliding it back in place?
Yeah, it's just a matter of putting this adapter on hooking this up to your hitch, and then backing up and then dropping a pin in is all it takes.
Very good.
Very, very simple.
Very good. So yeah, this is definitely a little bit different route than you would normally take, since you, I guess, probably spend most of your time commuting from the Indiana area down to most dealerships, right?
Correct.
Very good, very good. It was definitely a dusty trip. You know, got here a little dusty, but shoot, I can imagine driving through western Texas, all the and Nevada and all the other areas you have to traverse to get here. But anyways, I really appreciate it. It did arrive here in really good shape other than being dusty, but you can't control that. Definitely appreciate your time, and hope you have a safe trip back.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. What do you think? Is this what you thought I was going to get? If you didn't, what did you think? I mean, I know everyone thought it might be a Class A or, you know, a Lux or a Prevost or something like that. But is this not super cool? Anyways, please leave your comments below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on something like this. Did you even know of this company? Had you even heard of Black Series until this video? Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, now's a great time to subscribe to my channel, since we're going to be doing a ton of content on this, including taking it out to the island, checking it out on the sand, and seeing how this thing tows behind the 450 dually. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up. We will talk to you again very soon.